Hey everybody, Asher here. Welcome back to Starsector, where we left on a little bit of a cliffhanger. We have this unidentified fleet that is obviously intercepting us because we found some of their money and they probably want their money back. And I'll be honest with you, I am looking forward to taking a donation of fuel and or possibly supplies out here. Because quite frankly, we're nowhere near home. Now, we could potentially take a slipstream down here. We do have another yellow star I do want to get to here. We're probably going to be firing up the distress beacon, which does beg the question of, if we look at our character real quick, Jean-Pierre, who's very close to hitting level 15 and getting the last and final spin of the Wheel of Actual Doom on here and unlocking some more ships. That's all very good, but what is the measure of a man here when you have to go and ask for some kind of help, some kind of distress beacon? Do you betray those who would possibly aid you and just blow them out of the sky? Would you be willing to lend a helping hand later on? Those are questions we'll have to deal with later, because for now, we have a fleet that wants to get their money back. So let's talk. Ha! So, you want to gloat about robbing me? Well, you know what? If you were supposed to get that money, maybe you shouldn't have left it in an abandoned ship. So let's move into engage. And we're just gonna, you know what, let's send the whole kitchen sink. Let's send the whole posse out here. I know we're low on supplies, and that is a little bit of a problem, but you know what else is a problem? Potentially not surviving this fight. So we're gonna just do the thing where we send everybody out here. And maybe I could have staggered my deployment, and maybe there's a lot of things I could have done a little bit differently, but here we are. We're going to try to take 3 points. I seriously think my fleet is stronger than theirs, but obviously we're going to have to put the money where it counts to make that work. So didn't necessarily go into some of the introductory things I was thinking about, because you know what? We got to fight! And old MacDonald may have tried to bet the farm on going to the far northeast, and we've gotten some really good loot and stuff out here, as well as experience, good exploration. Tabitha's still a little freaky, but for now we've just got to fight what we can, which means going up here and seeing if we can get the wolf pack to behave properly. Now you can see here, and this is something that I did get in comments before, there are some of our ships that are slower, specifically the Sandstorm and the Tier Morga. That's just part of how the fight's going to go, and we have to keep that in mind. We have some faster ships up here, but I don't want to take away from things' combat abilities just because of that. So let's go ahead, cancel this. It looks like they zoomed to the left, so let's go ahead and just, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to give everybody something to play with here and just send the eliminate order right there. That'll be good. And then these buddies who are all hanging out over here can just go here and start going to this point, and then we will crash the other way on there. So kind of split the field a little bit. That's an interesting ship that's just kind of wandering off. So we're going to assume that that thing's about to die. That's a fair assumption. We already have some missiles firing over here to strike. So that's pretty good. Rock forehead. I still need to, I probably just need to suck it up and build a thing. Okay, we got it's me versus everybody who's flanking us now, so that's a little bit of a problem. So we're here, and who looks like a good target? Let's all crash on this guy, and then we can kind of do a pincer attack. I think these guys are okay chasing here. Let me just make sure I stay with my main squadron. You're actually probably about to get shot down. You know what? Tier Morga and Sandstorm. Let's have you go ahead and start getting in the engagement early, and we're going to try to take out the right-hand side, because that's a pretty damn big ship. Also, I should probably have my shields up for all this. So yeah, that glimmer was not long for this world, because overextending is fun, and you can see that I'm actually about to get overextended myself. And you know what? All they want to do is ask me about my extended warranty. Like, they're trying to be really nice. You know what? I think that'll be fine. Let's send all of you over here to eliminate. We got 4 command points. We're kind of splitting this up a little bit. That's just a rhyme, right? So let's send y'all over here, and we're just going to cancel this eliminate order and see what happens. Because, like I said, the Rime is a good ship. Do not get me wrong, but this is the kind of engagement we want. We want our big ships to kind of do some line dancing. We want our little ships to get in the surround over here. Unfortunately, it looks like that ship's pretty damn fast. So there we go. Sporty Spice is having a few problems. And I'm getting spun around by a corpse. So let's see if we can fire the missiles on this guy a little bit. Probably a little slow on the missiles, but it's okay. Alright, so you're all now chasing this guy down here. That's a little bit of a problem. Okay. So let's cancel that eliminate order. And I hope that's not one of ours that died. I think it's fine. Yeah. Let's engage this. So once again, 4 command points. Anything else we want to do here? I think we get a little less aggressive on here, and we just let everybody get in. Now that we have the main group, we can get some good eating in. So we got some missiles firing, some happy little support shots firing. We got a lot of flux that we're gonna have to watch here in just a second. All right. Safety vent, because as we've seen on this ship, I do have some problems. Okay, so they're dead. And now, once again, why do I keep finding myself in this position? Hey, giant ship, let me tank you 1v1. It's like no matter what I try to do, I still have that mentality of being in a super capital ship. But that's good. Are you turning into a bunch of smaller ships? No, you're turning into some broken things here. So everybody's okay. I think you're running like crazy, which is fine. Alright. Let's engage you. We got how many more command points? And then if we could just bring all y'all around to eliminate this, I think that'll be a good push into the middle. As you can see, they're sending some reinforcements. That's the difference between my fleet and the AI's fleet. They have a lot of ships, but I can put out my whole thing all at once. Alright, so do we missile the Rime? I think we're actually out of missiles. No, we got one left. Where are we? We're here. I'm not sure what that's all about. Okay, well, let's not fire. That's a lot of friendly fire. So some of these weapons are able to fire over, and some of these weapons really are not. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Still, we got the Rime pretty good. And once again, we have our very nice line of engagement here. I'm actually doing a little bit of work, so that's good. Everybody's kind of doing their thing okay. I'm getting crowded out by this giant mess of stuff. But yeah, you can see the Tier Morga is doing pretty good. It's just you got to be able to get things like the Tier Morga and the Sandstorm in position to succeed. And then when you have a big, fast pirate fleet that's coming over here trying to do their own thing, it's a little bit of a problem. So let's see if we can assist our officer over here, who's actually doing a really good job. Oh, you just went 1v1. Oh man, what a show! And I think that's the DOS. Okay. Oh look, that's a ship we'd kind of like. All right, you know what? I should be getting a bounty for this, but I'm probably not going to. So let's see here. We are. It says we have 0 missiles. Okay. So if we had missiles before, they're gone. I forget exactly who recommended this this hull that Robert's Rebellion's in, but it's fantastic. Okay, clearly we're gonna set eliminate here. We're just gonna crash and burn. Except you guys, you all have the right idea surrounding this. Okay, so we got stragglers now, and we're picking them off. That's good. I'm a fan. All right, cool. So there's a venture over here. You're trying to run, but there's plenty of our other officers making good work. There's a lot of names to keep track of, but it's fine. Since we got that going, let's shoot our green friendly fire sauce over at the venture. There's got to be a better word for it than that. And we get some of our Laidlaw accelerators on here as well, so a little bit of extra damage. It's not like they're going to kick me out of the faction at this point. There we go. That's like a super direct hit. So I do like how tanky this little thing is. Remember, this is a ship that we got built out of donating a legion to like a scrap heap thing. And we have actually won, but we need to finish off some ships because they're going to try to re-engage. I think you're trying to flee. And somehow with one engine you managed to succeed. Okay, I don't believe that for a second. Okay, so they are officially trying to run. Okay, I was about to say, we did lose 2 ships, which we kind of knew about. Wow, that one ran away? Huh. We're going to pursue them. Second in command can do it. And let's send the Glimmer Squad. Okay, you're actually low on combat readiness. So let's see if we can make this work. And who did we kill? The only thing that got away was the Lasher. So we got everything else. Ship recovery. We got to recover these. I like the rhyme. I don't know if I want the rhyme, but I like the rhyme. If it doesn't cost a point, we might as well get it. We're gonna mothball it anyway. So they had 2 rhymes. They had 2 rhymes this whole time. Alright, so picking through the wreckage, that's good. We can't take those 500 supplies, which is a little painful. That's the joy of the wheel that some of y'all have been very adamantly against. But like I said before, I wouldn't pick something that I wouldn't be willing to play and make work here. We also have to roll off for all of these cores. We'll do that in a minute. So we are overstocked on the metal. Because we actually haven't been dragging along a bunch of supply, or not supply, but logistic ships. I'm getting distant worlds words in my mind. So things like haulers and craters. But there's level 15. So let's go ahead. Look here at our skill points. Like I said before, I do think hull restoration is a really good skill. But if we look over here as well, Wolfpack Tactics is good. I think maybe we ditch tactical drills, and that's how we get officer management in here. The problem, I think, is that we need 3 base skills to get officer management, but we definitely want officer training. So I think hull restoration's got to be the way that we go, and then we'll do level 16 there. So that's fine. Like, this is, like, the way these blanks work, this requires 4. Like, these require 3, 2, and 1. So we'd have to pick 3 baseline skills in here. We're kind of stuck, but this is why I want to go above level 15. So let's go ahead and set up the wheel, and then we'll do our swan song of a spin. Alright, so here it is one last time, as we had previously discussed. The Wheel of Actual Doom. We're at level 15. We've unlocked another class of ships, and that's all fine. But we do get one last permanent condition to add to our rule sheet. And you can see the rules have gotten a little robust as time has gone on. So we're going to do our best to follow through with this. Like I said, I have some other thoughts. I can put them in later. I've put them in videos before. And must attack mercantile fleets as if you're a pirate. And that says it is a permanent one. Well, that's going to be an interesting one to add. I'll tell you, that's going to stop. That's going to kind of change the tenor of how we're playing, because that's going to get a lot of factions really pissed off at us. But you know what? It's really interesting because a lot of you all voted and said, hey, by the way, we want you to stay independent instead of joining other people. Well, here we are. So apparently we are going to have to find some casus belli or justification for saying that we're better than everyone else. And when we go to the core worlds, we're going to be picking pockets. All right, that's not the one that we want. Anyway, here's our splash one more time. We have upgraded to the amount of ships that we can carry with us now. It works left to right. So I have now seven destroyers, 4 cruisers, and 1 capital ship. And then super capital I define as ships that are above the 40-45 range for deployment points. They are the biggins. So I almost accidentally closed OBS. Whoops. But that's where we're at right now. So Our final condition, a final sort of kick in the pants for how we are going to play this game is, are we the baddies? And as it turns out, we kind of maybe possibly are. And I can live with that. I can play that way. We have to have a good reason, though, and maybe that's going to boil down to we want to try to secure the southeastern side of the map, and then we're just going to have to go in on everybody else. So let's see what we got here. So drop that real quick. I do need to... Ooh, 6 constellations. We do want to keep that up here. So no ship recovery for you. And then we can keep this salvage, so that's good. Heavy armor mod spec, we already have that. Okay, so we got a few things here. You're looking for an impoverished pirate. I bet you are. And then there's a sensor array as well. So that's an interesting turn. I didn't even give the shout out to the person who submitted that one because it was Haldini, who is someone that I don't, or 20019, who's somebody that I'm not sure if we had another thing from you before, but there we go. An interesting color that's really going to change the tenor of the rest of this run, and I think that's useful because I've gotten a question already a few times, but especially in the last video of like, well, what's the direction of this series? So we're not exactly pirates, but we're going to have to start playing a little bit more as if we are pirates. So just so I know here, do we have like any news on fleets? No, maybe not right now, but this means we're going to need to be a lot more aggressive in picking off things that are flying through the core worlds and flying without our beacon on. But for now, we do have one other place that we want to get to here. We have a society raid up here for some reason. I don't know what that's about. We do have Tri-Tac coming to visit us via, and they're not invading, it's just a raid. I do in fact probably want to build a third colony just so I can start getting that third patrol HQ and go ahead and get the better fleets out now that I'm building better ships, which means I probably need to start setting up my fleet profile. We'll do that later, but let's go to Delta Asmalda as we talked about last time first, and that'll be fun. Maybe we go to the Orange Star as well. Like I said, I am, despite the fact that I am super low on fuel, I am honestly not that concerned. Like, we may die, but we can die as we may have lived, which is, really? You're gonna hit me. Oh! It's another pirate. Well, you're lucky that, your fleet is over cargo capacity by 50. I bet we are. Oh, I didn't mean to... Oh, okay, I had to. Thought I'd gotten rid of all this ore and stuff. I guess we're getting to the point where we don't need heavy machinery. We got a lot of weapons we're not going to use. But we're gonna hold on to those anyway. There's other stuff I can dump, like the luxury goods. That's fine. We do want to keep the transplutonics. Those will sell. The ship components will sell. I guess the transplutonic order we don't really need. And then there we go. Alright. So, how's our fleet looking? I wouldn't mind getting a second donation from you guys real quick now that you have officially spoofed your thing here. Move into engage. Alright, so I forgot to level up my officers. We'll do that in just a minute. So let's just do a quick fight here. We don't need to bring in that many people. So we're not even going to bring in those big guns. I think the Sandstorm may not be able to engage in time. Joe Steele's a little bit damaged. Nameless is fine. Despite getting shot in the back, you're fine. You're a little too injured. We're gonna hold off on the glimmers. I feel like this is okay. We'll bring the destroyer in there as well. So 79. This should be a by the numbers fight. And then we'll see if we can level up any other officers here in just a minute. So we already got a bunch of torpedoes just going crazy. That's fun. Speed up mod. It's not terrible. Alright, let's see if we can put some of this green stuff on. It's like ectoplasm. That actually is a pretty decent scatter worth of shit. Okay. I also really like that I do have things like the Vic auto fire stuff. And once again, you guys are just hanging out in my line of fire. Might not be the best move for you. Okay, so we can speed this up a little more. This fight won't take too much longer, except, of course, now I'm spinning out because my engines got smackety smacked. Because playing with sped up stuff is super exciting. Look at all that fire! We're all just unleashing hot fury on this poor Venture. Just says, you know, I really just wanted to be left alone. You didn't have to come in and be a bully. See, this, by the way, is the ship that I want. We got the double drill. Look at all the happy little Reapers it has on it, too. That's like kind of a dream ship. So we're going to pursue them. Second in command. And this is where we send the Glam Squad. Alright. Did we get him? We got him. Ship recovery. Niet. Pick through the wreckage. A little more fuel. And get rid of that. See, like, I want to keep some of these small weapons just in case I need it, so not going to be that big of a deal if we lose 90 of those. Alright. Ship recovery this time. That's a no. Alright. We're good. Cool. Oh, wrong button. Okay. So we just destroyed the entire pirate presence here. And look at... We actually have just about enough fuel to get back to Greem if we want to fly down here. So that mission's accomplished. Like I said, all we needed to do, sometimes you don't freak out. You just look for solid donations in the depths of space. Looks like there's another thing over here, but I'm not sure if that's something I already left there. Look, we're making money. I actually forgot to have something up. So pardon the alt tab for just a second and the pause in music. I just want to make sure that I'm watching the time on recording. Oh, this is the cutest, tiniest little fight. We're going to let you guys just figure it out. Let's see here. So we got repairs completing. The issue's going to be supplies. And this is where ooh, that might not be good for us. But this is what I'm saying, is that the reason that I do like the little restriction issue with I kind of want to see what that is. Is it just a big old space debris, or is it a big space monster? It's an unidentified entity. And it's gone. So it's literally just a space ghost. Not great. Alright, so we do need to get home before our ships explode. But I do want to hit here first. Alright. And let's see, do we have anything over here that's worth my time? We have an unidentified sensor contact, and we have 2 unremarkable planets, so this should be fast. A Fox Corvette. Salvage. It looks like someone liquefied in the Corvette. Okay. That's probably... even though it's a messy way to go, there's probably worse ways to go, considering they were... We're going to say they were asleep the whole time. Alright, so we have an important decision to make. And that's going to be to suspend all repairs. And we're going to try to ride the slipstream. We've already kind of messed up getting to Greem. So there's an Ordo. We're going to see how far we can get. Because technically what I should be able to do is to ride this faster, push this further. Now this still does use fuel. So like we don't need to be going the double tap here. We'll see how far this takes us. Like, there's a Jolly Blue Giant. Apparently we're still having some fuel issues. Well, I did say I'm not worried about it, so... oh boy. Distress beacon coming from Alpha Tempest. Where is Alpha Tempest? Where am I on the map? That's a first question here. Alright, now if I hadn't jumped into that other place, we'd have enough fuel to make it, but we're still doing okay here, so... do I want to hope that this is a trap? I kind of do. Let's see what we got. We're already going to run out of fuel anyway, so... Ha. Got him. Hey, buddies. You know, this is the thing. I want to be the one to take on the mercantile fleets and ships and stuff like that now. Obviously, all the trading of resources of all these people that... I mean, this is... You know what? I'm thinking of some good headcanon here. Because if we take a look here, here are these core worlds. We started this game with all these robots that have just held on and been like, you humans are just going to fight and fuck up Cecine and all that stuff. And so we kind of went out here and was like, we're just going to make our own slice of heaven over here, while you guys are just constantly invading everybody. I think really what it boils down to is that we're just sick of it, and maybe we are going to go a little more militaristic towards the end here. But it starts with these pirates. Let's open the comm link. You make a rude gesture. Well, you have a dumb hat, so I don't care about your rude gesture. Sending everybody is a really bad idea. So we're not going to do that. Let's not send you guys in. Like, if you're unofficered, I really don't want to send you in. Not even the Mariah Carey. Too bad. Do I bring in these two, though? I think I do. All right, let's deploy. It's still a serious fight, no matter how blithe I sound. And especially with me continuing to forget to level up my officers. So I promise I will do that sometime this video, hopefully after this fight. Hopefully I don't die and lose all of my precious cargo. That'd be terrible. But see, that was kind of what I was talking about before. It's like, you know, if we can't sit and get combat salvage from stuff, then don't we need to be doing things like knocking off traders anyway? So the wheel kind of in the end is providing me an avenue to justify all of its madness, which I guess is the essence of chaos theory to a point, is that nothing makes sense and therefore everything makes sense. I was never very good at chaos theory, I guess. Anyway, let's see. We're all flying slowly through the very cloudy void of space. And you are just doing your thing. That's fine. You're probably going to get popped off again anyway. So here's our buddies, and now we need to think about how we want to engage here. I think we just go ahead and send all you guys. Not to the Falcon. The Falcon's going to be too fast. But if we send all you up here, and we say engage instead of eliminate, and we send all you guys to attack the Falcon, that's going to mess up their line pretty hard. We'll see how it goes. As already we have missiles being fired. It's a good day to have a good day. You can hear all the spraying of gunfire. We're going to say that's coming through comms and not the void of space, as that Shrike is getting a lot more than it bargained for right now. It's too bad. And, oh, look. Oh, is it going to get missiled? That's such a beautiful glowing color and explosion. Look at wow, it actually lived. Okay, it won't be living for long. There we go. So somebody got that kill. Here's everybody else. Here's our fleets. We're going to abandon this side. We're going to abandon this. And we're going to, let's actually cancel this order as well, because now we've got to crash in on pretty much everything. Let's focus on our two capital ships for a second. Is this their biggest one? I want to double check and see what ship this is. It's a scrap ship cruiser. Definitely the kind of ship that I like. It's not their biggest one, but it does get you to point it in the correct direction. And now we have to engage, because we don't want y'all blindly running through the line and then getting ass-sploded. Maybe it would help if I put my shields up, though. So, spray and pray. Like I said, I always imagine the ship as a little bit more as like a support fire thing here. And I love that the destroyer is just on fire while doing things. So that's fun. Makokolo almost getting friendly fire there, but fortunately not. There's the loudest weapon in the game being the loudest weapon in the game again. But as long as we can, like, get you all, like, fluxed as hell. There we go. Actual damage. And there's poor Makokolo getting split in half. Okay, that's a problem. Is there's Vleerjamoose saying, I will avenge you. Everybody has their own little side story here, I guess. Vleerjamoose going completely bonkers with the aggression there. Oh no. Oh, we're doing it again! You're completely taking all the shots here, as I am now going 7 versus 1. This is not really the situation that we want. Okay, we have officially... All you guys are officially chasing after the wrong thing. Why are we all the way over here? Why are we trying to guard this? I've literally canceled this. Okay, so you all can give this Falcon a space hug. That's fine. Let's put you on this. Let's put you on this. Put you on this as well. We're just going to engage so that the Vleerjamoose doesn't completely die. Guess we're going to engage this too so the Vleerjamoose doesn't feel like it needs to go all the way over there. And we're just going to push into their lines. So we're getting some casualties. I just got to watch out for my own butt. I got to get back. Oh, Makoko lived. Oh, I'm totally misidentified. Your death was reported too soon. All right, so we're firing the missiles. We're spraying and praying. We're trying to do the good support ship while our other big ships get in position, and we are getting missiled like hell. So that's fun. All right. So there's a sandstorm. There's everybody else. See, there's... Oh my god. Look at this bold 1v1. Okay, I can get behind that. Let's get rid of this marker. We have a bunch of our stuff still going after some of these things, but it looks like the Falcon officially got punched. We did lose the Destroyer again, so we're going to need to fix some of these things here in just a minute. And right now we're just going to spray and pray. Now, I'll tell you, this is a tough... What? Okay, I was about to say, I thought that got soloed by this. I didn't see the big shot coming in from the left-hand side. I just locked on the wrong missile weapons here. So I've got to... We got bombers loading back into there too, so I got to really watch my flux. And see, this is where Bobby B helped me out here. Just a little bit. We're all kind of moving around now. And we're definitely we're like watering these things with all kinds of stuff. Okay, there we go. So I've kind of built a brawler ship out of this. It's a little weird. I do like the Laidlaw heavy accelerator though. So Scary Spice, 50% hull. That's all the hull she needs. And there we go. Everybody's in for a penny, in for a support pound. Are we missing anybody else? So we got everybody over here. You're down. Vleerjamoose, please don't die. You know what? If we can claim victory now, Oh, we can't. Okay, where'd you go? Direct retreat. And I'm pretty sure we need to eliminate this. All right, cool. So we get their big ships done, and that'll be curtains for this very mean, very bad fleet that is totally doing the same thing we're going to be doing later on, which is trying to make an honest living by blowing up everybody else in the game. As Joe Steele taking some hits. There's the Glam Squad coming in. Getting right in their faces as Gamma Cores love to do. Don't tell me what Robert's Rebellion also doing, getting in the Venture's face. I just rear-ended Robert's Rebellion, so that's fun. See, this is why we can't have nice things, because you fly way too fast. But you've just flown into my trap. All right. If I would just not spin the wrong way. See, this is the power of Wolfpack tactics, is that we can surround you, and we get the DPS bonus. Of course, now I'm getting fire from the front, but we're just going to funnel you back into our support, and that's got to be the win. All right, there we go. So, victory. Recover, 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 recover. We're not recovering any of this. We're not recovering any of this. There we go. Pick through the wreckage. I could really use those supplies right now, but the important thing is that we got fuel. So here we go. Let's go ahead and sort by this. Drop that off. And look, just like that, all of these people that were so mean. Oh. Oh. I will consider ship recovery. A scrap ship cruiser. That was the really exciting ship that we saw here. It has a converted hangar, which is fun. The Epat could, don't ask me how to pronounce these things, is one of the more well-known scrap ship designs, owing to it utilizing the melded hulls of many outmoded Condor designs. I love a good Condor in the base game. Often found in ship graveyards or scrap arrays. Despite this, it rarely is seen and boasts an underwhelming armament, save for one large, over-engineered amount bolted between the fighter bays inside the ship. Rampant overwelding is often prevalent in this style of ship due to how thin the armor plating is on the outmodded Condor chassis, leading to an overextended, bulky, hard-to-maneuver hull that is easily overwhelmed in larger engagements. We're going to grab it. Alright, salvage operations. We lost a person in salvage. We got some ship components. That's fun. We didn't get a lot of supplies, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem again when we suddenly have a bunch of people that need to recover, but we have suspended all repairs. Now, if we resume repairs, we're going to be out of supplies in a minute. So let's see here. Definitely want to mothball you. So now we have some storage issues. Anybody else that's definitely getting mothballed? Good question. Like, at this point, we've just got to try to make it back. We're going to mothball the destroyer as well. What other things do we need to ditch? Like I said, these ship components, I guess I shouldn't be holding on to that many. Why can't we use these ship components to repair our own ships? I'm sure there's a mod for that. Alright, so we're a little low on supplies again, specifically because we have so far allowed about 1,000 supplies from combat that we couldn't get, but that means that we just can't constantly sustain and chain here. However, what this does mean is that I did successfully poke the distress beacon dragon correctly, and we should be able to get to green. So that's fantastic. Are we going to get there without our ships like totally dying and exploding everywhere? That I don't know. Let's resume repairs for the time being. Alright. And let's get out of here. Would love to get another trade ship so I can just give them a space hug with my new directive. Alright. So we're flying, and now we are going to suspend repairs. The problem with this, of course, is that we're going to start having ships like explode left and right at us when we run out of supplies, because they're already at zero combat readiness, but you get what you get, I guess. That's why we're flying to Greem as fast as fucking possible. Not just possible. Alright. You're lying in wait. Do we take you on too? I think we do. The problem is that we have no supplies to really fight these guys. Do we have the fuel to get there, so we don't need to kill these guys now. So we'll just let them run. Alright, and one more time. You guys can continue your space piracy. We apparently have traded our noble thoughts of defending the East with a feeling that we are the only ones. Okay, now I've got to watch it, because if this ventures too far, I'm gonna have to bust out. Yeah, we're gonna have to bust. Just like this. So we're out of supplies, no more ongoing repairs. We also have to get through nasty Bin Nebula here. Let's see how fast we can fly this without getting popped. Might make it. Alright. Good thing we have that. Oh, wait, you know what I didn't do? Well, while we're in the nebula, let's go through training our officers. Darrow of Lycos, who unfortunately, I always right-click instead of left-click. You're max level, you're all max level, you're all max level, you're all max level, you're not max level. So we really like... You've obviously been doing really good in this ship. With systems expertise, ballistic mastery, target analysis. Energy weapon mastery says we go up close, and I'm not really a big fan of that. There's point defense as a skill. How did I miss that before? Anyway, helmsmanship is, I think, what we want. Taking something... Well... There's an argument for polarized armor, because helmsmanship... This ship's already pretty fast. Let's go polarized armor. Well, we can do this anyway. Ordnance expertise is fun. Now we do helmsmanship. Okay. Ishara... That's not how you pronounce it. Anything we can do here to keep you from getting killed. There we go. Because we do want her to be one of our melee specialists. Because, yes, you can have there. So there's Sevatar. Jack Aubrey, who's just been cleaning up. What? No. No. I clicked the level up button, I swear. Okay, so what do we got? We have on you helmsmanship, pew, and gunnery implants. Systems expertise. Well, target analysis first. Damage control is not bad, but systems expertise is good for the longer term. Impact mitigation. You're not going to be on a frigate forever. Let's see here. Victor Cernos. And then we still need to get Chand in here, which means once we get the official officers thing, I will pick a name. So Victor Cernos, you have missile spec, target analysis, and helmsmanship. So you're going to need a lot of different things. I like gunnery implants. You know what? Let's give you field modulation. We don't... Oh... Let's do ballistics mastery. Okay, so we have, I think, everybody's max level. That's expensive. Okay. Speaking of expensive, we are almost to Green. We are actually flying straight through the nebula like a boss. Almost like this is our neighborhood and we live here and we know all the ins and outs and have only been slung around enough times. And we did lose... Oh no, we lost the DOS. Shit. Well, the DOS was a really good ship. But we knew this was coming. So let's just keep a brave face. And we lost a glimmer, the treasure. This is why we got to get home. Oh boy. Hey, remember when I said we need to use a story point to get out of this mess? I'm actually going to perform emergency repairs as well. So, thank you. Thanks. And then disengage. Leave. Alright. We lost another glimmer. Dark matters. Well, you know what? I guess the glimmer strategy has been okay for a while. But we need to reconsider some things with our fleet, because I think it's about time to bring in the Brilliant. So where is our home planet? All the way on the bottom right. Okay, so we're gonna good thing I didn't get permanent no transverse jumping the rest of the run. That would have been hilarious. Maybe not for some of y'all watching, but it would have been hilarious for me. Oh look, we are actually getting funneled back into the core worlds here. And can we make it before we lose another ship? I don't have to just attack my own people like they're pirates, right? Right? Maybe. Okay. So let's drop you into storage, and then we need to have a little think. The ISS Civilian, Essence of Salt. Like, we got some pretty good ships. We're down back to 3 glimmers. I will say this was not as effective as maybe I was hoping it would be. So we may be bringing some bigger remnant ships in, but and kind of keep some other ships piloted, unmanned, unofficered, since we have some skills to make that work. All right, so y'all are here. Gotta breathe. It's like, I lived, I made it, we're okay. Kinda. Let's manage the colony first. Now, one of the things I didn't realize is that the Roider dives, to upgrade them, it's an industry slot. And considering we also have the Void Extractor on here, I'm seriously debating taking the Roider dives off of here and putting it on another system. So that's probably what I'm going to do once I colonize the other place I was looking at colonizing. Rot Piper Shipworks. Can't actually upgrade you, but it's fine. Patrol HQ. Can't upgrade you. Academy. We could disassemble the Academy. Let's look at the next page here. So you have massive solar collectors. There's only so much to upgrade here. We have an orbital station that we can upgrade to a battle station. Oh, that's a lot of money. If we're gonna colonize right now, I need to keep that nest egg because we're gonna be, what day of the month is it? I love this. I love that my runs have turned into we have to check the calendar before we do anything because we are definitely extracting some resources out of here. So first off, let's sort anything that looks good to drop off here. We can take the ship components to the other place. So, wow, apparently we have a boatload of ship components, a literal boatload. And then Gamma Core, we're going to lose 1 or 2. We have a 50-50 on the Alpha Core. I guess we could do that right now, right? Let's do that right now, since we're here. All right, so here's random.org again. So we have 2 things that we're checking for. One is to see whether we get to keep 1 of the Gamma Cores or 2 of the Gamma Cores. So 0 means the lower amount, 1 means the higher amount. We're doing binary because it's fun. So we get to keep 2 Gamma Cores. The bigger question is, do we get to keep that Alpha Core or is it defective? 0 is defective, 1 is not defective. It's a defective Alpha Core, so that's too bad. All right. And once again, there's somebody that's going to be watching this that's kind of like, oh God, that's a whole Alpha Core that you're now going to be jettisoning off into space. And you know what? Just pretend that we never got it to begin with. That's one of the things is that you play Starsector enough, you got to try to find the way that you like playing sometimes. And that means that sometimes you just got to say, you know what? If I have a rule and I'm committed to it, we're going to really like stick with it. So let's take all these weapons. That's going to give us some storage space. I could actually sell some of this stuff too, but we're going to get all this down. And then we're going to keep that with us. Ooh. I need to actually use that. And then domestic goods we can store for now. We can store you for now. Don't know necessarily need you. Allows toxic to be terraformed. I don't think that applies to us. We may sell those later to somebody that we like. Or sell them to the pirates, technically. That gives us a lot of space. So that's a plus. So let's go ahead and look at our resource stockpiles. We need supplies. I think 1,000 supplies is enough to get started here. 4,000 fuel's a lot. All right. 1,500 supplies, so that's 200,000 money gone. All right. Repairing our ships. Why did it only take 62? Because we suspended all repairs. Okay, let's try that again. Repair all your ships. That's more of what I was expecting. Okay. And at the bar, we do have some retrofits available for like a Condor. That's fun. There's a Pather. So we found a Pather base. We have a Storyteller. Interesting. 22 light years from your current fleet. In the Ultima Astrid star system. I think I do have more important matters right now. Because if we repair all this stuff here, that's one more supply here. Yeah, we have a freelance administrator. That's not going to do us a ton of good. So we do have... You know what? We're going to do it like this. Gotta give myself some thinking thoughts here. We have supplies. We have room. We have room for some more crew. Let's go ahead and do this colonization thing. So we need what, 1,000 more crew. We can pick up the rest here in just a little bit. We need supplies. We need heavy machinery. This will be fine. So storage. We don't want to store the Marines, although it is costing me money to carry them around. We can definitely store you. We'll store you for now. That makes my life a lot easier. And then we'll just sort. Alright, cool. So let's leave there. We're officially back in business. And I know Hantu Raya is right there, but we're going to be going for this place first. I know it's 225, but I wanted to wait until my economy was online. This technically is not very impressive either, but if we go ahead and do this one, and we colonize it, we can get mining. We can, if we didn't put the boar on this one already, and I need to check that actually. Okay, we actually don't have mining on this one at all. So we can totally put the boar in, do mining. That'll be our fuel for our refining here, which is good. So it means once more into the breach. Storage. How do you find anything in this pile of mess? I mean, I have all these great weapons, including things from like the hive here that sadly it doesn't seem to mix with the start that I have, so we haven't had any monsters that were promised from the title of this video. But anyway, we need the autonomous boar. As opposed to, it sounds like a really terrible name. It's like a mantle boar. It's like, oh, this mantle's boring. But it's okay. There's some possibilities that I sell some of this stuff, but like the hypershunt tap, I honestly don't think we're going to be doing anything with the coronal hypershunt this run. I know I debated it before, but I really don't think that's the case this time. But there's some kind of fleet reorganization things that I need to do, and some of that is going to have to be off camera. But let's go over here first. I want to establish a colony. Are we short on something? It doesn't look like it. It's just weird. Okay, so this is going to be an expensive colony. It's isolation from other colonies, I guess so. Hostilities with other factions, need spaceport. Zafabak is an adequate name. So we're building a spaceport. And there's a lot of things that we could build here. Radiation absorbers, that doesn't really need that. An orbital station requires a functional spaceport. So if we put mining in here, can build that out. We can't actually install the item until it's there, which means we're not going to be able to build a station right away. We're going to need to make some more money to make that work. So we may as well go ahead and build ground defenses. Although a medical center wouldn't be terrible to build. I do need one in the system, and it's just a structure. But let's go with the colony basics first. I think, honestly, this will be a good... Well, this may not be as good of a planet for the Roider dives, but I got a lot of options. That's the important part right now. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to build the things that we know we need to build to make a new colony big and strong. Cool. All right, so we're going to put you over here, like so, apparently. Apparently not. There we go. So once you're ready, and you'll be ready in the not-too-distant future, because I think we're going to have enough homework that we can do over here. It'll be fine. But some things that I'm glad we're here now, because I got to think about some of this stuff off camera. We have a lot of ships that are... Wait, is there Tritac? Are they still trying to, like, do shit here? Y'all. Okay, we colonized, and Tritac's actually attacking this planet, of all places. So we're going to start with that next episode. Regardless, we do need more crew, so... That's okay. But now that we're here, I'm gonna store the Nutcracker. It's a good relic of our past. We have some frigates still available. Like, we did lose... It really sucks that we lost the DOS, because Jack Aubrey is doing awesome in it. But you just read it and weep. The other thing is that we have some really good ships in storage. That's not storage. Is this storage? Am I taking crazy pills? I'm taking crazy pills. Take is the button we're looking for. Like this one, technically a capital ship. It would fit right in because it's super damaged. This is also a capital ship, and I honestly think that this is the one I'm going to take first. And I'm literally doing it. Or okay, sorry, excuse me. It's a Citadel support carrier. If we look at the rules one more time, this is going to be kind of where we stop here. Is it's not a super capital because it doesn't like go above and beyond that cost like maybe some of the Vic ships do. But like that's a fun cruiser. We got some really fun ships to play with here. Like I wouldn't mind taking the standard strike carrier and the Brilliant out. Of course, I'm very curious about what ends up happening with this stuff, especially when we just lost an Alpha Core that I would have loved to install into something like that. But I'm pretty sure this ship has to come with us. So that way we can start, and we're going to have to, oh god, we're going to have fuel issues for days. Which means I might actually need to go ahead and reconsider my options for skill points. Because we will want to put an officer here, but we can start learning more blueprints by doing this. So how much does it cost to restore? A lot. So we're going to hope that that happens kind of passively on its own. And then the other thing is that I need to start figuring out my fleet doctrine. We have a lot of blueprints for ships that I like. And we have a lot of weapons. And now that we're going to have defense fleets that can actually be built fairly soon. Yeah. And then we need to... I said, yeah, like I was finishing my sentence here. But we have, like, frigates. I want to build in some more frigates because I have no frigate limits here. Like, these are okay, but there's obviously more I can get, and those aren't the only things. Like, the Brighton Defenders are not terrible. I do have a lot of options here. The Brighton Lumens also not terrible. We have some options to build for destroyers. Like I said, this is a great time for me to kind of take a think here. So if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. Although I have recorded a little bit ahead here, so I may not be able to get exactly to what you are asking for right away, but I do always take a look and appreciate you guys' comments, thoughts, support, ideas, and anything like that. See, an Astral, that would be a super capital because it's over 40. The Bear, super capital, over 40. That one's over 40. But yeah, we'll think about that later. That's it for now. This is Asher. We keep getting... why do we... Okay, I know why we need to repair that time. Let me also not forget my crew while I'm on here. So we now need that many. Cool. What's monthly cost anyway? We're gonna get a big tax bill next time, and someone's gonna be really confused watching, wondering why that happened. But regardless, I appreciate you all. Thank you all for sticking around. We are officially in the next phase where we are going to consolidate our hold on this area, which means we have some exploration left to do. And we have some tri-attack to fight back against here. And then I think we have been directed by the game to start wrecking some shit over here. It's one of those things where maybe the robots weren't entirely wrong to not trust the humans in the Persean Sector. So why not us to make it clean now that the robots are gone. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Asher with Starsector. We'll do this again soon. You all take care.